What's up, y'all? I'm Geordi, and today I'm playing in a Middle Cup tour. That is right, this is all Middle Evolutions. The only bans being Cosmoem and Eviolite. Eviolite makes a lot of sense, Cosmoem not so much, but it's banned, so deal with it. This tournament was hosted by Alex U Splash, who I will link in the description. They will put out some of their own content on this in good time. But basically my team is built to counter what I think might be the biggest threat, Porygon 2 Ursaring. Ursaring has a sky-high attack and plus Guts, and Facade is just way too scary. So, my answers to that are Bisharp resisting Facade, Rhydon resisting Facade, Haunter being immune to Facade, and Magmar turning into a ghost to redirect Facade. I am very scared of Facade. I also have a Choice Specs Dipplin here, which under Trick Room should be able to one-shot Ursaring. So hopefully that comes up, that'll be super fun. Basically the idea of my team though is you do a ton of damage with Rhydon under Tailwind, because it's super slow, but it's actually pretty decently fast among middles under Tailwind. And Fletchinder with Gale Wings Tailwind is the only priority Tailwind you can get on a middle evolution apparently, so that's fantastic. Haunter here is Stellar Tera with Focus Blast, which can take advantage of Super Sweet Syrup and try to do a ton of damage to Porygon 2 and Ursaring as well. And Bisharp is a different mode. You can set up with the support of Magmar or Will-O-Wisps from Fletchinder. Just get a bunch of boosts off and start sucker punching stuff. Not super sure if Leftovers is the right play on that, but we'll see. Anyways, super excited for these matches. Let's jump on into it. Alright, we got a match against Darth. That is Fairy Feather Dazzling Gleam Morgrem, Electabuzz with Keyberry, ooh, and Taunt, Assault Vest Torracat, Flame Orb Girder with Mach Punch Close Combat, yikes, Black Glasses, Swords Dance Night Slash Sucker Punch Bisharp, Tera Dark, and Brionne, Liquid Voice Hyper Voice with Tera Fairy Moonblast and Ice Beam. Whew! That's terrifying. There's no Trick Room on their end though, so speed shouldn't be too difficult to manage. I love Rhydon, but I need something for that Brionne. I mean, not much wrong with Haunter Rhydon. Start spamming Earthquakes. We both got Protect. Hopefully Bisharp discourages the Intimidate. The fact that it has Ice Beam and Hyper Voice on that Brionne is kind of annoying. Well, Bisharp is terrible against Girder. Fletchinder with some priority and some extra speed control is not bad. Magmar is okay. Maybe it's just Dipplin. No, I want to bring Magmar, not Dipplin. Yeah, I think the redirection could be more valuable, and if I bring Dipplin, I risk activating Bisharp. So... great trainer card. Alright, let's see what we up against. Girder, and it's Brionne. Okay. Well, Girder has Thunder Punch, Mach Punch, Close Combat. So as long as Rhydon's on the field, Haunter's immune to it. It's also Tera Electric. The Brionne is Tera Fairy, Hyper Voice, Moonblast, Ice Beam, Protect. Brionne could be a little scary. I think what I want to do is just click Sludge Bomb into Brionne. I kind of want to just go Tera Dragon Earthquake. Yeah, because I can't get hit by a Fairy Tera Moonblast unless you want to take a super effective Sludge Bomb. I should be faster than Girder. I might not be faster than Brionne, depending on if it's speed invested. Brionne can easily outspeed my Rhydon, but doesn't necessarily. And if it's Ice Beam, I can take an Ice Beam before... Hey. That's a team sheet error over there. But we resist the Hyper Voice, which is excellent. Okay. Let me just adapt to that real quick. Alrighty then. Haunter completely immune to Girder is nice here. I could just protect and Sludge Bomb the Brionne. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb Brionne. I think I'll just protect. There's not really any punish to this play. Yeah, because if Brionne just protects, whatever. And close combat into Rhydon. Fine. A little more damage on Girder is always nice. I'm going to go Sludge Bomb into Brionne again. And do I want to swap out? I could bring in Fletchinder pretty safely. I could also just click High Horsepower. See how much that does. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, I'll Sludge Bomb Brionne again. Should it be Shadow Ball instead? Bisharp is the only thing that could come in on that. And I don't want to risk giving it a Shadow Ball special defense drop. So I'll just click High Horsepower, Sludge Bomb. Alright, no swap into Bisharp. And here, have a High Horsepower. Ooh, excellent damage, but not quite a KO. Let's see if close combat can take us out. Yeah. Alright, that Guts boost is crazy. Let's go Girder. Impressive. Alright, Rhydon. You did pretty good. Yeah, so if it wasn't a wide guard turn 1, it would have been a protect, so that Girder would have been at the same health anyway. I don't think that really changed anything. Let's go... Electabuzz can be faster. And has Electro Web. There's also Sucker Punch Bisharp, possibly. So I want to go Fletchinder. It is Bisharp. Okay. I can, in theory, click Focus Blast into that. There's Electabuzz. Okay. Definitely a protect plus... Tailwind while I still have Prankster. Not Prankster, Gale Wings. This could be Electro Web, this could be Follow Me. Bisharp Protect is interesting, I like that. It is Electro Web. That is fine. Unless it one-shots Fletchinder. Does not one-shot Fletchinder. I don't take a speed drop on Fletchinder either. Let's rip a Focus Blast into Bisharp. And I will Quick Guard in case they try to go Sucker Punch. The play could easily just be Follow Me. Even Tera Ghost Follow Me. There is a Tera. Tera Dark. Here, have a Quick Guard. No Sucker Punches, please. And, oh, it did a Follow Me. No Sucker Punch. Alright, Night Slash is about to blow someone away. This is gonna hurt. With Magmar, we've got Heat Wave at least, which is nice. Thinking... should I double down with Brave Bird? I think so. Into Electabuzz. Try to get that off the field. Yeah, Bisharp protected. Beautiful. How much is this gonna do? Ooh, quite a bit. A lot more than I expected. Keyberry is fine. I'm hitting you with a special move now. Nice. Goodbye, Electabuzz. Now, if I hit Will-O-Wisp, I'm probably okay here. Don't think he's gonna risk a Sucker Punch. Last turn of Tailwind, but we should be faster anyway. Heat Wave, Willow. Because like a Sucker Punch into Magmar here would do a ton of damage before I can get the burn off. But the fact that I have Quick Guard might not be worth it. Cool, we land the burn. Depending on how well Magmar can take these hits, that might be game. Heat Wave does good chunk. Alright, Night Slash, don't be a two-shot. Ooh, not even needing my berry. Excellent. Heat Wave. Follow it up with a Brave Bird. Battle is canceled. Let's go. Alright. We got game one, even though turn one was a little awkward. Alright, here we go, game two. I think what I did was correct. I think these four Pokemon are the way to go. Bisharp would get walled by their Bisharp and Girder. And if they were to Tera Fairy Brionne, I guess it would wall that too. Plus they have Keyberry Electabuzz, could be annoying. And they did not bring Torracat. Maybe the fact that I didn't bring Bisharp means they will bring Torracat, but being up a game, I'm just gonna click the go button. It's gonna work a little better this time even if they do the exact same thing, because Team Sheet is fixed. They don't have Wide Guard. Yeah. I think they acknowledge how scary Bisharp was. They should be able to do a lot with that. My Rhydon, I kind of hope I can get more damage off with it this time around. Because that is a lot of ground weaknesses, honestly. Torracat would be the most annoying thing. It has Tera Grass. I'd have to play around that. Keyberry, Ghost, Electabuzz. Girder, obviously, being able to live high horsepower, not great. Electabuzz, Morgrem. Oh, okay. Dazzling Gleam, Dark Pulse, Misty Terrain, Protect with a Fairy Feather, and Vital Spirit, Keyberry, Tera Ghost, Follow Me, Taunt, Electro Web, Protect. I want to Earthquake both of you. Electabuzz can't touch my Rhydon, but it's faster than Haunter, which is rough. I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake. Just protect Earthquake. Tera the Electabuzz into Ghost, maybe, would be the play here. Protect Electabuzz. Is it a double protect? No, because the Morgrem has Prankster. Dark Pulse into Haunter. Perfect. Free turn. Don't hit the Electabuzz, but Earthquake will do a ton to Morgrem. I don't know how they've trained this thing, though. If it has no bulk, I guess I don't know its stats. This might be close to a KO if it's unbulked, but it might just have bulk. Okay, it's not that bulky. Great. Maybe it just has low stats. I have no idea what Morgwin looks like, stat-wise. Getting in Fletchinder is hard because if I lose my Gale Wings, I'm slower than Electabuzz and will never get Tailwind. Bisharp. I want to Earthquake again, and I want to Protect. Am I cool with losing Haunter? Not really, but maybe. I'm just gonna launch Focus Blast Earthquake. No reason to Tera my Rhydon here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. You have to double Haunter if you want to get rid of Haunter, and you might expect a defensive play. So I'm gonna get really aggressive here. Double Haunter. Even if you double Haunter, I'm still ripping an Earthquake. I'm gonna take a KO. You can't Tera them both. I don't think either of those can take an Earthquake. Alright, the Bisharp can definitely take an Earthquake now. But it's not gonna like it. Taunt Haunter. Ooh, calling a swap for sure. Here, have a Focus Blast. Ooh, and we connect! That might KO, depending on both. 1 HP! Uh-oh. Uh-oh! No, 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 no! Okay, into Haunter, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Earthquake's gonna get this double KO. We're gonna Focus Blast, special defense drop. That was scary. That probably would have been enough to one-shot my Rhydon. I mean, I only had 90% HP, so. Whew. Haunter, it might have. Honestly, if it's gonna let it live, I would rather miss than get that special defense drop, because that Night Slash into Rhydon probably would have KO'd there. All right, and it's Brion last. Cool. Let's go Stellar Sludge Bomb. It doesn't really matter. I'll go Stellar Sludge Bomb. High horsepower. They'd probably just go Hyper Voice for the double KO, but then Fletchinder can clean up easy. So I'm not worried. Kind of want to see how much this will do. Huge chunk. No poison. Oh, and they try to call Dragon Tera. Game over. Bop. Good game, Darth. That was a cool team in a very scary moment. Oh boy. Oh. Good game. Good games. Alright, we've got Evan. Evan's got a very powerful looking team. That's Scarf Magneton, Leftovers, Defiant Primeape, Rage Fist, Drain Punch, Bulk Up. Okay, basically an Annihilate Jr. Trumbeak. Oh, that's got Skill Link, Bullet Seed, Rock Blast. Okay, that can trigger the Primeape's Rage Fist. Encore, Sash, Haunter, Psychic on Magmar. Alright, and Assault Vest, Piloswine. Piloswine, Piloswine, Piloswine. Really feels like the scariest thing for my Rhydon. I mean, Scarf Magneton will be bad for Rhydon. But I don't hate Fletchinder, Rhydon, Magmar. Is Dipplin really needed here? There's not going to be any Trick Room. I don't think Dipplin does much for me. The extra accuracy isn't worth triggering Defiant. Bisharp is okay. Pretty good, honestly. But so is Haunter. Especially if I get my Tailwind up, it'll be... I'm gonna go with Haunter. Gives me something else I can Earthquake next to. And I'm a little bit worried about bringing Bisharp because then I'll need to Tera it most likely. He's got a good trainer card, of course, 7. Magneton, Piloswine. Alright, the opportunity for Flying Tera Blast plus Earthquake is a thing. There's a chance they go Thunderbolt. No, they can't Thunderbolt. That's really good. There's not going to be a Thunderbolt. In which case, maybe I want to Will-O-Wisp the Piloswine. Then I could, what, Terra Dragon, Rock Slide? I could just Protect. I think it's best for me to just Protect Rhydon. I can scout out whatever's going on here. Flash Cannon, fine. And connecting Will-O-Wisp, beautiful. And it's Icicle Crash, Earthquake, High Horsepower, and Ice Shard. Icicle Crash. That's not so bad now that you're burned. Alright, wonderful. Do I want to take a Flash Cannon, or do I want to get out of here to Magmar? I want to put up the Tailwind. Flash Cannon's really gonna hurt. I'm going Terra Dragon Earthquake. Okay, Magneton just swaps into Haunter. Ah, should have been Rock Slide. But at least I'm not going to lose him on here. And this is pretty good. Under Tailwind, I'm going to be faster than Haunter. Shuttle Ball, Sludge Bomb, Encore Protect, Haunter. This should be some good damage into the Piloswine too. Yeah, I'm not expecting a KO, but that's pretty good. Icicle Crash. Oh, barely anything. Lovely. Rock Slide should finish Piloswine. So they're probably just going to go Ice Shard. Probably sacrifice it. Protect Haunter. Seems like the best play they've got. So I can Brave Bird Haunter. I will just go Brave Bird Rock Slide. Like, there's no reason not to just take the Piloswine. In case they don't want to protect Haunter. Problem is, Scarf Magneton is going to be faster than my Rhydon. Even under Tailwind. And now that I've taken some chip, I'm definitely in Flash Cannon range. Yeah, Haunter Protect. I was considering going Protect. It's not an Ice Shard, though. Get rid of Piloswine for all that's worth. Hello, Magneton. Got my own Haunter, which can get in and do some good damage. I think I go Brave Bird Haunter. I guess, is there any reason to preserve Rhydon? I Brave Bird the Haunter. Should be able to bring in Magmar. I would expect it to be Flash Cannon. Magmar would be in a pretty good position next turn under Tailwind. They're going for Tera. I don't think it'd be Stellar Haunter here. Yeah, it's Flying Magneton. Could be Tera Blast, not wanting to lock into Flash Cannon. Could be Tera Blast into Fletchinder. Haunter's down to Sash, that's lovely. Because if it's Sludge Bomb into Haunter, that would do more damage. Okay, they did lock Tera Blast into Magmar. Doesn't do half. Sludge Bomb, Fletchinder, fine. Beautiful. I get to bring in Haunter, start blasting. Because their last mon is going to be Haunter, Trumbeak, or Primeape. None of that likes to see Sludge Bomb. And then, am I faster than all Scarf Magnetons? Yes. Sludge Bomb. Last turn of Tailwind is a little rough. Haunter's gonna protect. But 90% chance we just get rid of Magneton here, which is lovely. Heat Wave, Haunter blocks. Connects on the Magneton, lovely. The Haunter does have Encore, which I guess I need to be aware of. We're also Timid Haunter, we might just outspeed theirs. Their own Magmar. Lovely. If I protect... I shouldn't protect Magmar. I need to go Sludge Bomb, Haunter. They have Psychic on their Magmar. I need to get rid of their Haunter. I'm gonna go Sludge Bomb into Haunter, it'll do the last one. And they also have Heat Wave, so they can use a spread move. I'll also just Heat Wave. Okay, we win the speed tie against Haunter, that's game over. Perfect. I'm no longer concerned. Their Magmar is faster than ours, but they miss our Magmar. They get the burn with Heat Wave, but it's not enough to bring Haunter down anyway. We have a very low physical defense, but our special defense is okay. Alright, here, have a Sludge Bomb, and a, I guess, Heat Wave. Good damage, Sitrus Berry up. Double connect this Heat Wave. Our Magmar will also berry up. Yeah, there's a few ways this could be over. I think the best is high horsepower follow me. Psychic might be able to pick up Rhydon, but there's no way Heat Wave can. I wish I had taunted earlier. Here, have a high horsepower, follow me. That way I don't have to play with misses and I can just Earthquake. Maybe I could have gone protect, taunt this turn. But I don't miss the high horsepower and that Magmar is gone. Lovely. And no flame body proc. Not that it matters at this point. Alright, good game, Evan. Speed tie with the Haunters, if it is a speed tie, was pretty great to win, honestly. Alright, game 2. Magneton is very scary for Rhydon. do I just not bring Rhydon? That's not it. Bisharp is nice, though. Versus what they brought, too. I guess they got Magmar, which is a little annoying for Bisharp. But Haunter doesn't like to see Bisharp. I could go Bisharp Magmar. Tailwind in the back with my own Haunter if I'm going to drop Rhydon. I guess that would be the way to do it. Dropping Rhydon feels a little iffy. It's not like it did a ton of damage. I think I'm cool with this. It's a little risky. I'll admit that. Trumbeak Magneton. Alright, definitely going Swords Dance. They got Rock Blast, they got Tailwind. Thing is, I don't see them locking in Thunderbolt when I have Rhydon, potentially. I'm gonna Swords Dance. I could just double protect, but I'm gonna Swords Dance Heat Wave. They do risk an electric move, but it's into Magmar. And they bring in Piloswine. One Rock Blast, Sitrus Berry. You got 4 more to do 120. That's not going to be enough. Getting this Heat Wave off, which is huge, plus a Swords Dance, so powerful. Double connecting Heat Wave is lovely. And he burns? Nah, don't get greedy. Alright, how about a Sucker Punch for that Piloswine? Would that take? I'll also Heat Wave. That does take. Okay, perfect. Goodbye, Piloswine. And they just set Tailwind. Alright. And since it's single target now, it's more powerful, and Trumbeak is gone. Love it. Magneton, I can guarantee Sucker Punch that. It has to pick a move. And Haunter has Encore, so we can play games. And you are 92 speed. That's faster than a Haunter in Tailwind. Yeah. So I can... Honestly, I can Sucker Punch Magneton and follow me. I think that's the best play. Because the Magneton move will go into Magmar. After it barely hangs on. And then, yeah, what, you can Shadow Ball and try to give me a special defense drop? Encore the Sucker Punch? Fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that locks in the game. Sucker Punch takes Magneton here every day of the week. get to Gale Wings. Brave Bird the Haunter's Sash away. And then they're going to retaliate with a Stellar Sludge Bomb, take away my Fletchinder, stall out Sucker Punch. That's not going to be enough. Brave Bird. Down to Sash, please. Thank you. And what was my fourth mon again? Haunter. Oh, Sash Haunter wins this even if they can win the Sucker Punch game somehow. Like, first of all, if you win the Sucker Punch game, you still can't KO Bisharp. So Magneton would have gone down if I had a boosting item, huh? Sucker Punch. Shadow Ball. Good game, Evan. Very cool team you got there. Kind of disappointed I never got to see the Primeape. I feel like the Primeape would have given me more trouble. But I guess, it's Dragon Tera, so it shouldn't be that afraid of. I guess my Fletchinder can burn it. But your best way to get rid of my Fletchinder, it might just be Haunter. I think Haunter, but then you're not getting Rage Fist boost, so what do I care? Sucker Punch. Shadow Ball. Double Protect for fun and games. And finishing it off with a Shadow Ball. Good job, Haunter. Cool that we had a couple mons in common. Haunter and Magmar, both very powerful middles. Alright, like I said, good game, Evan. Alright, we've got the Urban Ranger here with probably the scariest team yet. That is Light Ball, Discharge Pikachu, Choice Band Gabite, Trick Room Curlia, Screens Morgrim, Flame Orb Ursaring, and Torracat's exactly how you'd expect it to be. Scary. Getting up Tailwind would be nice. If they go Trick Room, Dipplin could be doing some stuff. Magmar with Taunt if I want to stop Trick Room. Pikachu has Alluring Voice. I got Choice Band Earthquake. I don't hate the idea of bringing Dipplin to this. I wonder if it's like Haunter, Rhydon, Dipplin. It's not enough speed though. So I would need to go Fletchinder, Rhydon. Have Dipplin to pivot to in case Trick Room's a problem. And I think I still want Haunter. Haunter is great. They do have Shadow Claw on the Ursaring, but we can be immune to Facade and Brick Break. They have a lot of spread moves, so honestly Magmar isn't amazing. But if Ursaring becomes a problem, Magmar could be pretty good with our Ghost Tera Follow Me. They have a good trainer card, of course. Curlia, Torracat. Alright, Fake Out, Trick Room is an option. Or rather, would be an option if I didn't have just Quick Guard Earthquake to play with. Torracat's attacks Parting Shot and Flare Blitz. Curlia has Psychic Dazzling Gleam. Tera Steel. Tera Dragon on the Torracat. And Rock Slide flinches isn't a possibility, they have Cloak. So yeah, why not Quick Guard Earthquake? That seems fun. They probably see that and don't Fake Out, but there's a chance. Yeah, it's just Parting Shot. Alright, well, we're going to get a -2 Earthquake into something. Guess I could have Brave Birded, but I'd lose my Gale Wings. Damage into Ursaring is nice. But -2 Earthquake, there's no way that takes Curlia. Does about half. And Trick Room is up. Let's see. I could try, I should try to get in Dipplin. How about a Brave Bird into Curlia? And then swap Dipplin on the other side. Rhydon can still do a lot in this game, I think. A -1 Brave Bird into Curlia. I could see Curlia swapping here. Yeah, it does. Probably Torracat. Sure. Here's Dipplin. Alright, we get the Super Sweet Syrup drop. That might help later. Brave Bird into Torracat. Gets a crit and KOs it. Oh, that's huge. As long as it's not Facade into my Rhydon slot, we're in a good position now. Take out the Fletchinder? Sure. No problem. Wow, huge crit. Huge. Enormous. Alright, Curlia, Gabite, Pikachu, Morgrim. I think I want to bring out Rhydon. Their Ursaring has an evasion drop right now, which is nice, meaning I can guarantee hit it with something. I'm going to rip High Horsepower into Curlia, and lots of Trick Room turns left. What do I want to lock into? Probably Leaf Storm. High Horsepower the Curlia. I could Tera defensively here. And then Tera Blast is an option. I think I prefer Leaf Storm still. Curlia, I imagine, is going to be pretty slow, so I expect it to move before Rhydon, but this Dipplin is min speed. And was bred by my opponent, actually, so he knows it's min speed. Thank you very much for this Dipplin. Alright, we're seeing a Tera steal from Curlia. That's fine. Maybe Fire Tera Blast would have been better to lock into then. Leaf Storm takes out Ursaring. Beautiful. Exactly what it's on this team to do. Gleam bounces off harmlessly of the Dipplin. Does decent damage to Rhydon though. But now that there's no more Curlia, don't care. And a crit. Another crit. Oh no! Well, it's hard to lose when you get crits like that, huh? The crit into Torracat was huge. If they had a Trick Room turn, a Fake Out turn with Trick Room, Ursaring would have gotten another KO. And then final mon is Gabite. It's choice band, so if they lock into a ground move, they just lose to Haunter. So I'm happy to High Horsepower Leaf Storm. Maybe I don't have to reveal that I brought Haunter last. Leaf Storm misses. Okay, that's okay, Dipplin. I approve of that miss. Oh my goodness! Rhydon, calm down! That wasn't a crit. All right, Rhydon. Huh. We know who the real strong ground type is. Thanks for the Trick Room. And good game. Sorry about that crit. That was pretty rough. Alright, game 2. Can't count on crits. Rhydon was fantastic. Except it was getting intimidated left, right, and center. Honestly, Bisharp is pretty cool then. We don't have a Will-O-Wisp on the Torracat to worry about, which is nice. So yeah, why not Bisharp? How about Bisharp Magmar? Still gonna bring Rhydon, because Rhydon is good. Do I drop Fletchinder? I think this time I don't let them get Trick Room up, and I just use my fast mons, so I bring Haunter. Dipplin did great. This time I can just stop Trick Room if I want to. It would be nice to lead Fletchinder with Bisharp, so I can get the attack boost and not get flinched, but I still don't actually know the speed interactions between Torracat and Fletchinder. If Torracat is fast, like max speed fast, it can move before Fletchinder's Quick Guard with Fake Out. I don't like that Quick Guard and Fake Out are the same priority. That's not fair. Quick Guard should be 4, I think, but it's not, so we gotta deal with it. Probably should have known game 1 that he wasn't gonna Fake Out in the Quick Guard pressure being there. Well, there's no Quick Guard pressure this time. Oh, Pikachu Gabite. Not what I want to see. Alright, we're going to get Earthquaked and Discharged, and what are you going to do about it? I can double protect, because Gabite has to lock in a move. Pikachu doesn't, but if it locks in Earthquake, we also get to see their Tera. Nothing wrong with double protect here. Okay, we get to see the Tera and the lock-in, which is nice. We also get to see Speed Order. I imagine the Pikachu's probably faster than Gabite. No, it's the other way. That's awkward. There's Discharge. Alright. Do I think Sucker Punch can take out a Pikachu? Be nice if it could. Gotta go for it, kinda. Then Haunter can come in if something goes down. Oh, we're Tera Water. Alright, Tera, Sucker Punch. Heat Wave, good luck! Oh no! I don't think Sucker Punch is going to knock out Pikachu, but Pikachu is really frail, so there's a chance. And this Tera is looks a lot better if I'm not getting... Oh no! Oh no! Good protect on the Pikachu there. Does this knock out Magmar? Yeah. Doesn't do half to Bisharp. That's nice. Alright, Haunter. Let's see what you can do. don't hate Sucker Punch Pikachu. What could a Pikachu do? Double Protect wouldn't work. Swapping out into Ursaring could be annoying, I guess, but then you wouldn't be Earthquaking. I'm happy to go Sucker Punch and Shadow Ball. Gabite switches. Into Morgrem. Sucker Punch goes off, gets the KO, good. Alright, that's awesome. I thought it might, and that's really good that it does. But I doubled in anyway, so even if it hadn't, I get the KO. Haunter is a little bit faster than Pikachu. I think it's 95 base versus Pikachu's 90. Reflect, Light Screen, Dark Pulse, Thunder Wave. Tera is irrelevant, they've already used it. I do have the option to have Rhydon absorb a Thunder Wave as well. Do I let them get both screens? Crunch, Rock Slide, and Dragon Claw are the options here. I'm gonna double protect. I don't want Haunter. Okay, no, I'm gonna bring in Rhydon. Can't get Thunder Waved. In which case I should actually just launch a Shadow Ball at the Gabite. Which swaps. Oh, hi Ursaring. Just whiffed a Shadow Ball into you. How fun. Well, at least I'm not getting Thunder Waved. And now I've got my Earthquaker on the field. Light Screen is up. It would have been pretty good, but getting rid of it means Gabite gets a free back in. So I think I'm happy with this. Earthquake plus... Don't think risking Focus Blast gets me enough extra damage. I'm just going to Sludge Bomb Ursaring. Ursaring, it can only hit one mon at a time. I'm going to be able to get plenty of hits in. I can't get Thunder Waved with Rhydon on the field. You're going to get Reflect anyway. Your Sludge Bomb. That doesn't do very much. Yeah, Focus Blast, I probably could have taken it out this turn, but I think this is fine. Because now Earthquake can clear. Earthquake. I think I'll put Shadow Ball. I'll Sludge Bomb. I'll Sludge Bomb Morgrem. I'm a little worried Ursaring might go for like a Protect. No, they're swapping it. Okay. Alright, I was just going for that play in case I could prevent Rhydon from taking any Life Orb chip. Because if they had protected Ursaring to let the Morgrem go down, I would rather hit it with Haunter, who doesn't take any damage from attacking. That there was so much damage, oh my goodness. Screens have so many turns left, it's not gonna matter. I only fear the Gabite outspeeding Rhydon. I should just go for Earthquake, Shadow Ball, and the Gabite. Because I guess the worst thing that can happen is a Rock Slide flinch into Rhydon. That's their way back into this. But Shadow Ball gets the KO even through light screen. Okay, good. Whew. And that's a good game. Very scary team. Ugh, but it worked out. Gabite not nearly as bulky as I expected it to be. It's not like Garchomp, I guess, in that way. Good games. Alright, we've got Scarf Moxie Krokorok. Fletchinder, you know what Fletchinder does. Clefairy with Rocky Helmet. Life Orb Combuskin. Screens, Morgrim, and Curse Knackle-Stackle. Which is apparently named Knackle-Stack. I always thought it was named Knackle-Stackle. I'm definitely gonna, I definitely want to lead Rhydon. Rhydon does so much. Probably Fletchinder or Rhydon. I can outspeed anything that isn't Krokorok, or if they lead Fletchinder, we can force Tailwind games. Biggest fear for Rhydon is, I don't know, getting beat down with them just like putting up Reflect and living hits? No. Krokorok going crazy? Krokorok's probably pretty good. Maybe I'll bring Haunter. That'll make it harder for them to lock into moves. Also help against the Body Press Knackle-Stackle. A little bit. I mean, it resists Poison and Ghost. And then finally, don't love Bisharp. Dipplin's fine. Slower than their whole team, but it can take a hit from most things and retaliate with an Oko. Anything could be right in the last slot. I'm gonna go Dipplin. Dipplin, at worst, can boost my accuracy on some moves. Can probably sponge some hits. I don't think there's anything that's gonna one-shot it. I guess dual Wing Beat would do a ton, but they don't have Brave Bird on their Fletchinder. Okay, Morgrim Combuskin. Totally chill with that. Can't get off Thunder Wave when I got Rhydon. You're gonna need to get a speed boost with your Combuskin to catch my Rhydon. I probably should just go Tailwind now. If I Brave Bird first and then Tailwind, I won't have priority. So I can just Tailwind Earthquake. I'm not really... am I scared of flying Combuskin? Yeah, a little bit. How about Tailwind Rock Slide? Yeah, they're just gonna protect anyway. Morgrim puts up Reflect. No problem there. And about half to Morgrim. Okay. With that speed boost, there's a good chance they're faster than Rhydon. But with Poison Jab and Flare Blitz, I could easily dip into Haunter if I wanted. I could also just Tera Dragon. I could also Brave Bird the Combuskin and just protect. I don't hate that. Because even at +2, your Combuskin's not going to be faster. Oh! No Tera. critical hit on the Combusken. And yeah, close combat. Okay. And Draining Kiss into Rhydon. Yeah, makes sense. Cover for my Tera, potentially. Should still be faster this turn. You can protect if you want. I'm going to Brave Bird, Combusken. An Earthquake should be able to pick up Morgrim. I could see Combusken going for Protect here to get the 3rd speed boost and be faster than Fletchinder. Nope, Thunder Wave's not going to work with Rhydon on the field. So we remain faster, and we get the KO. Okay, perfect. Goodbye Combusken, goodbye Morgrim. Presumably, Earthquake, come on, there you go. Yes, goodbye. They do have Reflect up. My Tailwind is running low. Tailwind, Rock Slide, Protect, Earthquake. Coming up on the last turn of Tailwind. Krokorok is going to be faster than Rhydon anyway. But it will have to lock into a move. I think I want to Will-O-Wisp the Krokorok. Maybe rip Tera Dragon Earthquake. Yeah, I'm not too upset about this. I'm really curious what they're gonna lock into. Actually, I'm thinking now it probably wouldn't be Earthquake. This will cover for Body Press into Rhydon. Maybe they lock Dragon Claw. Looks like Tera Ghost on the Knackle stack. Cool. Alright, connect the Will-O-Wisp, that's good. I was considering even swapping in Dipplin to make that definitely hit. But I figured with Tera on Rhydon and them being unlikely to Earthquake, we probably would have been fine. Now, Rock Slide flinches could be a problem. Alright, but not yet. Salt Cure into Rhydon. How many turns of burn does that look like on Krokorok? Just maybe one more? Do I take another Salt Cure with Rhydon for free just so I can protect and get it out of here? I think so. I could also just let... I could also just protect Haunter, let Rhydon take the hits. Rip a high horsepower into Knackle stack. That seems fine. Like, worst case, I get flinched. And they take out Rhydon. Alright, they're protecting that, so they're not even going to take out Rhydon. Well, plus one Rock Slide will hurt, though. Not that bad. They did get the flinch. That's funny. Krokorok is no more. Lovely. Alright, since they can't protect this turn, let's go Shadow Ball. High horsepower. then maybe... I don't know, will I still have Rhydon after this turn? Will it still matter? Nope. Goodbye. Alright. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. The Thunder Wave, I don't think they'll fall for that again. But the rest of the match felt pretty dominant for Rhydon. Good game. Alright, game 2. Game 1, there was a team sheet error. The Combuskin is actually Focus Sash, not Life Orb. You saw that in game 1. But the open team sheet had Life Orb. It didn't really matter. What's their response to Fletchinder Rhydon? Probably set their own Tailwind. Do I go the same? Dipplin is still really good. Fletchinder is really the only massive threat to it. If they end up locking Rock Slide, I mean, Bisharp is kind of scared of Knuckle Stack a little bit. Magmar, I don't love Magmar. I think it's these 4. Bisharp is fine, but it's a little bit weak to the things I'm actually scared of, which are Combuskin, Knuckle Stack, Fletchinder. Not Fletchinder. Well, also Fletchinder. They have Flare Blitz. But, Krokorok. Yeah. If it ain't broke. What do I expect? Probably match Tailwind. Wouldn't be that surprising. Maybe a Knuckle Stack earlier. Behind Reflect could be pretty good. But Fairy Combuskin. Okay. That's cool. You can play Icy Wind shenanigans. You've got Dazzling Gleam to do damage if I Tera Dragon. How about a Tailwind? Could be an Icy Wind from them. Don't hate Tailwind. Don't hate Tailwind Earthquake. Ooh, we're not seeing a Protect or a Tera from Combuskin. That's beautiful. This might just be a ton of damage and trading Rhydon, which, not the worst thing in the world. Could be better, I guess. If it's just close combat Rhydon here. Poison Jab Fletchinder, okay. And Icy Wind, fine. Speed drop, speed up. Fletchinder will be faster than Combuskin. Be able to get a Brave Bird into a Fairy. Then we can Tera Dragon. I mean, I should force them to do the follow me, right? I should Brave Bird Combuskin. Tera Dragon. Fletchinder is still going to be faster than Combuskin because we're Covert Cloak, so we didn't take an Icy Wind speed drop. So yeah, how about I Brave Bird Combuskin? If they redirect it, I Tera to live close combat. And hit them with Rock Slide just in case they Tera flying. Which they're not. Unless they're so slow that they're just still slower than Rhydon. Protect on Combuskin, that's pretty reasonable. Baits out my Tera. Rock Slide might just pick up the Fairy anyway, though. And at +2, your Combuskin is still not faster than Fletchinder. do they bring in? Krokorok? Knacklestack. That's fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Because +2 on you. But I've got Tailwind. And Combuskin has only 55 base speed. Yeah, I'm definitely faster than +2 Combuskin. Brave Bird. And then I'll just throw a high horsepower at Knacklestack. It just protects anyway, that's fine. Goodbye, Combuskin. And one more turn of Tailwind, but Rhydon's at -1. Could they have something in the back where that matters? Would it be Fletchinder, Morgrim, or Krokorok? I don't think it's going to matter. It is Krokorok indeed. Alright, I think we play it the same way and just get the Will-O-Wisp. Get the Will-O-Wisp on Krokorok. Do I want to hard into Dipplin here, though? No. Just to guarantee I hit the Willow. I think I do. Will-O-Wisp, Krokorok, go into Dipplin. Because that's the only way I lose, is if I miss the Will-O-Wisp and Rock Slide just counter sweeps me with tons of flinches. Yep, Knacklestack Tera makes perfect sense. Guaranteed to connect this Will-O-Wisp with the evasion drop. Thank you, Fletchinder. Thank you, Dipplin. That was team effort there. And they go knockoff into Fletchinder. Okay. And they get a Moxie for it. Salt Cure the Dipplin. Okay. So, a +1, burned knockoff. Tailwind gone. I don't imagine that can take out Rhydon. So I'm just going to go Rhydon, finish off Krokorok with high horsepower. And then probably just Draco the Knacklestack. That might pick it up even. Special defense is relatively low. Alright, without my specs, it'll be harder. High horsepower. Picks up Krokorok. I'm not surprised by that. Rhydon's a beast. Salt Cure. Okay, you are faster than Dipplin. Doesn't really matter. Have a drink. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. It'll likely be a Protect from the Knacklestack, but I have Pollen Puff, so I can just heal up my Rhydon for free there. And also the fact that they have evasion down, I don't see... They might not even be going for Protect endgame at this point. It's pretty sealed. Yeah, battle is canceled. Good games. That was a fun team you got there, but Rhydon's just too strong. And we are back, and we are undefeated. Didn't drop a single game so far. Amazing. Hopefully we can continue the same thing into Top Cut when that happens. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you see that when it happens if you want to see that. But also leave a like on this video and go check out Alitude's Splash in the description below. But anyways, I'm Geordi, and alright, peace.